Nicki Minaj is not only a hypocrite, but she's a loud hypocrite. And she's so loud that I don't even think she can hear herself talk. The nerve of you to talk about all these things that you have witnessed and you have probably experienced in the industry, and to turn around and make us believe that you care because now you want to talk about it and you have unfollowed Diddy. Sister, you're the one who did a verse talking about you can take Cassie away from Diddy. You're also a person who is married to someone who has been accused and convicted of said things. Not only just that, but you have used your power, your influence, and your money to silence the victim of your husband. Like, you can't be serious. And I need for somebody to tap on Nicki Minaj and hold her hand and tell her the truth of what's really going on. But I see nobody can do it, but I'll try. Let's talk about it.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What's going on, you all? As you all can tell, if you can't tell, I am disgusted and I am pissed to the highest pissativity when it comes to Nicki Minaj and this recent rant about the industry invoking Aaliyah, who is been deceased for 20 years now, like invoking her and her experience and things to talk about something that Nicki Minaj doesn't even believe in. Nicki Minaj cannot get online and talk about all these things and make us believe that she truly cares about what is going on. Sister, at this point, put a name on it. It is very clear and evident that you have a problem with Jay-Z for whatever reasons. Like, you have an issue with Jay-Z. Now, it's been rumored that you have an issue with him because of how he has, put his arm around Megan Thee Stallion and has supported her and all that, and you wanted that. We don't know that to be true. It's not in the Bible. I'm not saying it's real, but we know something is going on with how you're speaking and how you're always using specific things to get at Jay-Z. Not too long ago, you was hopping on the Lil Wayne and the Super Bowl thing to get at Jay-Z. Now you're hopping on this. Back to my earlier video, Nicki Minaj featuring Nicki Minaj, you're very self-serving. And this is another example of that if it doesn't benefit you, you're not interested in it. Sister, you don't have a politic. You've never been anyone to speak on said things and talk about it. You can. What is interesting, you've been in the game long enough, you've seen enough stuff, and I believe some of the things that you are saying. I believe that you have experienced a lot of things at the helm of men. And that's why I give you a little bit of grace when you talk and you say stupid things. But sister, you're also the person that is participating in the harm of people that you're talking about experiencing harm. Like, you use your power, your influence, your money to silence a victim of your husband. You came up with a fabricated lie about your husband and what he did. You were the one that got on the internet and posted and made it seem as though the person who is the victim of your husband was a white woman who lied. You the one that fed that information to us. You fed that information for us to believe, to save your husband from a rightful critique of, why are you married to this man? Why are you married? Why is a boss like Nicki Minaj going in the gutter and finding a rapist and marrying him? Like, why? What is interesting about this, Nicki Minaj, like, considering how you were ranting and raving and bullet fragments and all that on Instagram Live for 72 hours because somebody had made a verse that might alluded to your husband and you felt that bullet touch and agree with your spirit. Now for you to be constantly taking shots at Jay-Z, which is Beyonce's husband and the father of her 3 children, like, for you knew what you were doing when you said that robot stuff. So Nicki Minaj posted something about a robot on Twitter, and fans speculated that she was talking about Beyonce because it had just been brought, to the news that Beyonce is in collaboration with Levi Jeans. And she responded on TikTok and said, that's an absolute lie. It's not true. You, the master manipulator on Twitter, invoking your fans to do your bidding and your will, girl, you really are an evil genius. But you're not that smart, and neither are your fans. Because, like, people picked up, like, the fans of Beyonce picked up that you were talking about her. You know how to say, you have a nickname for everybody. Say enough for it to walk this fine thread, and folks called it out. They knew you were talking about Beyonce. They knew it. Then you came and you responded. The fact that you responded to that and did not respond to everybody saying that you're talking about Jay-Z tells us everything. You are not ready for that type of fire. You are not, but you're treading on it. You're not ready for that fire. You're taking shots at Jay-Z and saying all this, and you expect like Beyonce to be cool with you. Like, I don't know in what world where a friend is allowing another friend to dog walk, talk about their husband all online like that and still be cool with it. It's obvious something. I don't care how many flowers she sent you. I honestly, the Beyonce flower thing actually don't mean anything because, girl, Beyonce got enough money and enough resources to be able to hire somebody full time to send flowers out. Like, it's PR stuff. Like, that's basically what it is. It's cute. It makes sense. It goes viral every once in a while. Same thing with their pictures and stuff for birthdays and stuff. But, girl, I don't believe y'all have that type of relationship. Like, Beyonce is already, like, not fucking with y'all really anyway. So it makes sense. It makes sense. Like, girl, you're taking shots and you're mad. You won't put a name on it because everybody keeps saying, oh, Nicki won't shut up. She's loud. Nicki only speaks when it's stuff that benefits her. This whole campaign crusade trying to frame Jay-Z as somebody who has been doing stuff with Diddy or trying to allude that, because that's what it's giving. Like, you're trying to say, well, they knew it. Yes, Beyonce and Jay-Z should say something considering the things that have been said about their friend. They had to know. Like, it's no industry secret that Diddy was doing that. We're going through, 20 plus years, almost 30 years of Diddy giving never ending video interviews and stuff and talking about parties and stuff and da-da-da. Somebody posted a video and he was talking about, after the kids go, the real party is going to happen. Like, all grown folks be having that. I actually went to a kickback not too long ago for a class reunion, and it was grown folks and kids at the class reunion. Like, that happens. That's a black thing. Like, oh, we're partying, we're having a good time. Like, the party will get crunk once the kids leave. So that's not really that. But there's so much that Diddy has said about his parties and things. And now we're hearing about what happened in the past and what he has been accused of doing. We saw the video of Cassie. Like, we know, we've been known for a while. It's been jokes. The fact that you made a verse and said that you can take Cassie away from Diddy, you being a wordsmith and as calculated as you are with your wordplay, it was some double entendres with that. Like, you understood that Diddy has Cassie. Like, Diddy doesn't have Cassie in a way where they're having each other. He has her and he won't let go of her. That's why you said that. You're not telling me as somebody who is in the industry. We've hearing, I ain't been to none of these brunch parties. I ain't been to none of these things and never been invited to any of these things. And I've heard things. Other people have heard things. So you're telling me that you who be at these parties and kickbacks with all these other folks and da-da-da-da, like these huge mansion parties and stuff, and you don't know, which is why you said that. You said that because you were making a statement. Like, you were making a statement. You can take Cassie away from Diddy. And you want us to believe that you now care about these things. Like, you care about all the things that have happened in the industry and how these folks have done like messed up stuff and da-da-da-da. Like, it's never a point where you take a politic and it does not benefit you. Like, you are always behind something that benefits you. You never have used your platform to speak out. Girl, you barely even recognize the gays. Like, you barely recognize them when they go through tragedies. Like, they have to beg you to say something about their experiences and trauma and harm. Like, you don't want to speak about it. Like, what did you say, girl? Like, God, like that's God. Like, I believe in what I believe in. Like, you only use your platform when it's beneficial for you. The only politic you have ever had is stay in school, Barbs. That's it. Very plain and simple. Like, hey, don't do drugs. Like, doesn't really cost too much. Doesn't take any huge analysis. Hey, stay in school. Like, just stay in school. You're no different than a parent telling a child to stay in school and they don't have no way to pay for it. Hey, stay in school. Even though you have used your platform to pay for, college students' education and stuff in the past and stuff. It's like, girl, if you want to do that, it doesn't have to be a public thing, but you doing it publicly gives you good PR and makes you seem like you're a good person. Yes, it's good for the community, but it's no different than what Mr. Beast and everybody else do. If you have to let everybody see you doing good, are you really doing good or are you doing good for yourself? Again, back to Nicki Minaj being self-serving. She's not the only celebrity that does it. She's not the only. There are whole PR firms who are hired to do things like this to increase visibility and good relations, public relations for celebrities. Like all these things they be doing. The same thing when you go into Publix and they ringing the bell and something because we donate a dollar to somebody. Let me tell you something, Publix. You better not ring the cowbell in front of me because I'm not giving you nothing. You need to be taking care of your workers first. Them folks is out here working their butts off and y'all around here asking me to summarize and calculate and give y'all $2 more and you're not getting it from me. So you're a multi-billion dollar company. You can pay for it. Like, I'm not giving any corporation any money, period. And I'm barely giving any celebrity any leeway because y'all be full of it. Like, this whole attack that you have had on Jay-Z doesn't even make any sense considering you are married to somebody who's already been convicted. Beyonce and Jay-Z are not mentioned in any of these documents. Yes, they probably have heard some stuff, probably have seen some stuff, are aware of things, period. I don't doubt that. But they're not in these documents. Guess who does have documents and cases on them? Your husband, which you've been funding and paying for. Like the girl, not even just that. You're the same person who wrote a letter, like it's Blue's Clues, to defend your brother for the stuff that he was accused of. Like Nicki Minaj, again, you have not shown us that you care about these things. And what is interesting is that you have the best platform and the experience to talk about it. You have been surrounded in a male-dominated field. We already know the industry is male-dominated, but being a female rapper in 10 years in the game, you have seen some stuff, you experienced some stuff. Like the whole thing what Lotto was talking about, she ran into some issues trying to get a verse from somebody who was trying to smash. I'm pretty sure you have stories like that. You can be on your Eve writing this memoir talking about her experiences in the industry. Nicki Minaj, you should be doing that, but you don't care. Why are you waiting till now to talk about it? And we can easily put it on the whiteboard and see that you are talking about this to get at Jay-Z because you have a vendetta against him. So it's like, this is once again self-serving. You're not using your political whatever. You're not using any of your resources to talk about these things. You have every right to talk about how men like treated you and sexualized you and all that, like how you felt you needed to do. And you've talked about a little bit. The pickle juice thing was iconic. It was an iconic moment because we've never heard anyone like a female like talk like that at that type of level. Like, yes, it's been talked about. Roxanne Shante talked about it. Like previous women have talked about it, but you have the platform. You should be the one in these Netflix documentaries and stuff talking about these things. Like you supposed to be the grand dame sitting talking about, yeah, girl, I did that. This is the stuff you need to work out to make sure that you ain't in a situation like that's what we need. The same way Janet Jackson was there for Eve when she was drugged. Like Janet Jackson knew what to do because you supposed to be passing on the torch and you still holding on and you don't got a good grip, which is why you slipping and sliding. And we're seeing that evident. You're getting on these tours looking a hot mess. Like you want us to believe that you now care about these things. Like, girl, you are spiraling out of control each and every time you're jumping on these conversations. Like, girl, you're hopping on radio station head with no video, just talking randomly. Like, girl, you're doing back-to-back tours talking about another album. Like, girl, it's clear that you're not in the right mindset right now. It's clear that your funds ain't there. It's clear that something is going on and that you are not in the best space. And it's okay, girl. It's okay. A lot of us are not in good space right now. It's a lot going on. But Nicki Minaj, what you will not do is act as if these things really matter to you without doing the work. What you're not going to do is pretend as though and make us try to believe that you now care about said issues when you are married to one of the issues. We can't take you serious, sister. I can't take you serious. They're not taking you serious. And now you've been clocked. You've been clocked because now we're seeing that, oh, she is mad at Jay-Z. It's like easy for folks to point that out. And I get there's no such thing as a perfect victim because, you know, to be honest and truthful, like Nicki Minaj is a victim of the industry. Like, to be honest, all that mess she was giving Lil' Kim, she's now getting it 10 times down. Like, while you were stepping and kicking Lil' Kim and saying all this stuff, like, now you're experiencing that now. The same way you were laughing and cackling about, like, folks, you know, talking about Lil' Kim and her looks and all that other stuff, and your fans been dragging her looks and how she looks, like, girl, the same thing is happening to you. I wonder what's the connection. How women are treated in the industry. Now there's videos of you, and it's messed up. Don't get me wrong. It is really messed up. And I hate when y'all do post the videos of her talking about her body, because her body shouldn't be critiqued like that. We're not doing men like that. Like, y'all not doing other men like that, but y'all do women like that. Like, they have to look a specific type of way, specifically the women in the female rap game. Like, they have to be these sexual beings to even be considered talented. These things have been happening to women to go back to even the 90s with Martha Wash, like, who was a very talented singer, and her own music video, they didn't even allow her to be inside of it. Like, they didn't even allow her to be inside of it, which is why I'm working on another video about how I feel about a specific artist because of desire, and how desire, you know, makes us, you know, see talent in some people, see talent even more. But like, these things have been going on, and I would love for Nicki Minaj to get to that type of level where she talks about these things and how it affected her and her artistry, like that. And I've been saying that for the longest, and her fans, who seem to be her team, are not doing anything to help her. Like, she can't see the forest because of the trees. She's so worried about like charts and all this other stuff that she doesn't even realize she sounds really stupid saying these things about the things that she's witnessed. And it's like, girl, if you really care, like, you care about what happened to folks and invoking Aaliyah, and these folks saw things and they were doing things, then if that's the case, if you care about these things, why did you marry and also use your money to silence a victim of your husband? And why did you lie about it? Why did you lie to make it seem as though a white woman lied on your husband? Like, girl, again, you only care about yourself, and you need to get a grip. I just hope that one day we get a chance to see that Nicki Minaj. I hope that we get a chance to experience and hear her talk about her experiences in the industry in a way that is like, I can take her serious, but mama, I can't take this serious. I can't take you serious talking about assault when your husband has been convicted of that, and then you also use your resources to silence victim of your husband. Girl, get a grip quickly, please.